Well, Args, we could sit here all day and do this, but we've probably got other things to be doing, haven't we?
We probably do have other things to be doing, but I've just hooked up. Hang on, I've just got to reel this one in. Feels like a big one.
Oh, well, you're having better luck than me.
It's probably going to be a load of trash, though.
Yeah, I'm giving up. I've caught nothing today.
Ah, it's one of those days, isn't it? You either get it or you don't. You were meant to catch one every time, but it'd be called catching, not fishing.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I reeled it in. Nice big trout.
Oh, very good. Well, that's dinner sorted.
It is dinner sorted. But yeah, like you say, we've got better things to be doing than fishing. We go and have a look.
Yeah, let's do that, mate.
Alright.
I'll let you drive.
Thank you.
You know the way around.
Well, I'll pretend to know my way around.
So we can tell the people what we're doing as we drive back, can't we?
Yeah, tell them about our new venture. We're not just fishing in the rivers.
We aren't just fishing in the rivers. We have got ourselves a nice little setup, a nice little farm, away from the main farm as well, which is quite good fun. But we are going to be starting our own fishing empire.
That's right. That's right. We're starting off small, little fish, and then hopefully we can expand into doing something out in the Great Big Ocean.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a bit of money in the bank, haven't we?
We do.
But commercially, we thought we'd start with the baby fish, maybe build up enough cash to build one of the offshore farms and expand from there. But we're going to make our own food. We're going to, just generally start from the bottom and work our way up.
Exactly that. And it's great to be doing it in the Scottish Highlands with you as well.
Yep, what a fantastic map this is.
Giants have outdone themselves, that's for sure. It was a no-brainer to up sticks from Germany and head on over here and take on a bit of a new challenge.
That's right.
So, and we're not working on the main farm, or what you'd probably call the start farm, are we?
We're not. We were conscious that the majority of people who are doing vid content have started up there, so we thought we'd venture down here. Not most, because it's close to the little baby fish factory, so
Correct.
Made it easy for travel.
It does. It's not too far to go for anything, but we're starting off, hopefully today. I'm going to get into some harvesting. I think we've got some fields ready to be harvested, don't we?
We do, yeah. This is all about prepping and getting our fishing, or
Correct.
fish food prepped anyway.
Correct. And we're going to head down this way and actually go past a couple of productions, because we've done a little bit of landscaping and set ourselves up with a oil mill and a flour mill to be able to make our own fish food.
That's right. I think there they are, hiding behind the mill.
Down there in the distance.
So we've got some equipment, haven't we, Args? We've got some good equipment. We've got a few fields, which we can expand on. We don't have masses of fields, so there is scope for expansion as well, isn't there?
There is. Yep. But we're just gonna, I guess, like you said, just start out small, see where we need to invest and do what we need to do to get this all up and going. So there is our oil mill and flour mill down in there. So that's going to be part of our empire. This field in here on our left of wheat is ready to be harvested. That's ours as well. I think we head up to the right up here. Go and find the rest of the farm.
That's right. Yep, we'll do the obligatory first episode farm tour.
We will. In fact, I've probably gone the wrong way. I think I needed to be on the next road over.
It's alright, I can see it over there on the left.
Let's do a track through this field here on our right, which is ready to be harvested. Canola, that's also ours. And you've disappeared.
A few moments later.
Right, onwards, my friend. Apologies. Pick up where we left off.
Yes, so after that rude little interruption of you being disconnected, I was just talking about this canola field on the right, which is ours.
Oh yes, yep,
so
first field.
Get some canola oil out of that. That's also ready to harvest. And then, not that one, need to carry on further. I was thinking we could go down there. It's a track. It carries on down into our farmyard if we follow this one around. So everything's all pretty well connected. We should drive everywhere if we want to.
And they're nice sized fields as well, aren't they? Like, there's something nice about, you could get quite a lot done quite quickly.
Exactly, yeah. I was thinking much the same. I was thinking along the lines of like Ahali Farms when we were playing on that, and how much we used to get done in 3 or 4 different fields in an episode.
That's right. Yeah.
So we've got the field just over the other side of the hedge on your right, which is soybeans, I think, at the moment, which is growing,
Yep.
and that is another requirement for our fish food. And then we just carefully go over the train tracks. There's no steam engines or anything else running along. This is home.
This is home. No cows yet. That might be a future endeavour, but we thought we'd maybe not bite off more than we could chew to start with.
Correct. But certainly some Highland cattle would be nice to have. We do have the facilities
right.
for that. You want to go on and show off what we've got, FSG?
All right. Well, if I do shed 1, you can do the other shed. How about that?
Righto.
So we've got the New Holland CH7.7, really nice combine, kind of size appropriate for the map as well, which is good. So that'll come in handy. That's probably going to get a good airing today. The Vaderstad that came with the expansion as well, it's kind of the air seeder. But we liked this, didn't we, Args? Because it pretty much, well, you can plant everything with one seeder. You don't have to have 2 separate, a planter and a seeder separate. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fantastic mod. Great to have that one.
Yeah, I've actually not used it yet, so looking forward to giving that a spin.
Here we go.
And then we've got a good old trusty JCB, British Farm, JCB. What else would you have? So
That's
the
right.
telehandler come in handy. And then we've got another Vaderstad. We've got the local dealer must be a Vaderstad rep because we've got a nice cultivator here as well, which will come in handy for tilling the fields once we've got the crops off. So
Absolutely.
some nice kit.
Yeah. We were talking the other day when we were setting all this up, how nice the sheds are with the weathering and everything on them, right? Such a nicely detailed.
Yeah.
Nicely
The
detailed
modelling
farms.
and the detail is so good.
And you can place a lot of these down as placeable buildings, which is cool. All right.
Yep.
Moving on into the second shed here where a lot of the horsepower sits. We've got we had to have a pressure washer, didn't we? It's about the last thing we bought, but we did have to
There
have
it
that.
is.
It is. So we've got the T7 sitting in here. That is our biggest horsepower tractor. So that'll do a lot of donkey work. We've got the fast track. Went for the old school fast track. A little bit different. 2115 4-wheel steer fast track. And then probably a little bit big for the farm we're running, having the Profi class diamond sprayer. But again, one of the new pieces of equipment that came out of the DLC, so we thought we had to give that a try, along with the
Yeah, we've got to give it a spin, don't we?
correct. Same with the agri spread, the spreader there, but we went for the air curtain on the side of it, so it doesn't spread quite as far as it could if we just went straight for the disc. And there's our corn header, or not corn header, sorry, our grain header, which will harvest all the crops we've got.
Grain header, yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
pretty
we're
much it.
probably not going to grow corn, are we? There's no requirement for corn for our needs, so it's probably always going to be grain crops.
Yeah, correct. It would only be if we want to do silage in the future, but if so, we won't need a corn header for the combine.
That's right. There's one more piece of equipment, Args, we've forgotten about.
Yeah, I think it's hiding around in the grain shed, isn't it?
Tucked away in the grain shed
Second home.
as I get a very nice, laggy, jittery walk here. There we are.
It's normally my job being the one that's lagging, so it's nice to not be that person for a change. Right. I think it's that suit you're wearing.
There it is, the Bunning trailer. What's wrong with my suit?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I just think it's the
It's
sort of
heather.
suit. It's the sort of suit you don't want to run in, right?
Yeah, that's for true. Yes, roasting.
Yeah. No, they're very nice. Bunnings trailers are fantastic. Very
Bunning
appropriate.
And actually, we're big fans, aren't we, of these storage sheds? I mean, these are very appropriately UK based, but the fact you can store separate crops in each of the bays is very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they work really, really well. And you've got the different size ones. This is the 3-bay, which I didn't realise until I checked this farm out, because the other farm is the 2-bay one in it.
That's the 2. Yeah.
Not to be confused
So,
with
yeah.
your 2-pay. All right. The other
It's
thing
not a 2-pay. It's real.
It's real. The other thing I was going to say we've got over the other side of the silage pit there is some possibly not quite UK appropriate supply silos for us. So we've got all our commodities available to us here. Got a diesel tank, fertilizer, seeds, pretty much
That's right.
anything we need. So we don't have to be running down to the shop all the time
Exactly.
to pick things up.
Yeah, and we do pay for them, don't we? So it's not like it's freebies.
That's right.
They'll charge us, but it's nice to have them. Nice to have them on our land, so we don't have to worry about heading all over the country to get them.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, I think that's enough of an intro. We're not going to get any farm work done standing here talking. So grab a combine and go and rip into it, eh?
Exactly. Well, I guess we may as well start behind us as well, hadn't we? We need to get some of this over to the mill to get it ground down for fish food anyway. So
That's right.
let's do that.
Yeah. No, actually, just thinking one thing we haven't talked about is what are we going to do with the straw? Are we just going to chop it up and throw it into the ground, or?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't have a baler. We
what
don't
are the
have a need
numbers
for it.
like on it?
Probably not worth it.
Yeah, we
Probably
don't
not
have a
worth it,
baler.
is it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Okay.
let's just use it as fertilizer.
Yeah. By the time we get any cattle or anything, we'll probably be into a second cycle, second season, and be able to save some then.
Exactly that. Right.
All right, mate. Well,
Agreement.
I will let you go and wheel the combine out. I'll help you get the header out and get that all set up. You can make a start on that. I'll go grab a trailer and come and give you a hand.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Exciting. Let's do
Looking
it.
forward to it. Yeah, let's start building a fish farm.
For sure. Let's do it, man.
Well, howdy, folks. That was a rather long-winded intro there, but welcome along to our new venture here in Kinlay. It was we couldn't look past having a go on this map. Obviously, home to FSG up in Scotland, and Giants have done such a good job. We just thought it was appropriate that we jumped in here and did something. So we thought we'd try and do something, well, probably not different to everyone else, but just put our own little twist on it. So here we are, taking on fish farming. And we've got this all out, just getting the header here set up for FSG, so that's going to be in a good position for him. We'll let him get hooked up there. He's looking very dapper in that suit. Alright, there we go. We can pull ourselves out of the way. We're going to go and grab the trailer out of the grain shed. We'll probably just leave far enough out of the way. Yeah, we'll just leave that header trailer there. I'll also put it behind the fast track. Kind of appropriate to be using that, like we said. British farm. We've got JCBs in New Highlands, which seemed rather appropriate for where we are. So, yeah, hopefully we're going to get through a decent amount of work reasonably quickly, just because we are set up with some reasonably small fields. We don't have huge equipment, but we've got good sized things working on the farm we are. So, we'll get this hooked up, we'll get into the field, get started. We'll leave the trailer here. It's going to take FSG a wee while to get filled up, so I don't know how far he's going to get around the field. Obviously we inherited the fields as they are in terms of preparation, so you can see it's got weeds on there. pH value is good. Nitrogen's not the best. A few spots, others from the tram lines, a few spots where crop isn't growing, but expected yield is 67%. Potential 80. This isn't actually a very good field for us from a precision farming point of view, but we'll make do with it, make the best out of it that we can. But this oats, probably going into flour, although might keep it as a cash crop. So we're oats, wheat, and canola. So definitely the wheat and canola will be going down to the mills and being made into oil and flour respectively, because they are all requirements that we have for making fish food. Over in the distance over there, all this land actually here, this grass all through here, we own, and of course we do own a little fish farm down there in the distance, which is where we will start breeding our fish from. Look at that view. It is pretty impressive, got to admit. I've done a cracking job on this map. It's looking very good. Now the other thing I was thinking we could do, once FSG gets the field opened up a little bit, we can actually get straight in and put some lime on it, get the lime spreader out, we'll start getting that sorted out, we'll get the T8 hooked up to that. Start with some spreading once we've got the field opened up a little bit more, and then possibly once we move into the next field, we'll be able to get straight into some cultivating, the field prepped, start to think about the next crop that's going into it and what we need to do to maximise the yield as much as we can. But yeah, we'll get going on this and catch up with you in a bit. So actually, as I said, we'll get this out and get it started up, get it filled up at least. So we've got the lime station here. We should be able to drive it underneath the spout here. Hit our refill button. Here we go, got 60,000 litres of lime sitting in there. No animation on that. That's alright, you can see the fill plane is filling up and we're getting some lime put in here. So we'll have this all set to go once the field's ready for it. And we'll get that pH built up, start to get these fields looking good. There we go, first oats heading into the trailer. See how much he got off that one lap. Get up into there, there's even more coming out of there than I expected. Crikey, still going. That's actually not too bad. I thought it might have been only a small amount of the hopper full. Here we go. Just have a look. What is the trailer telling us? Almost 6,000 litres. Actually, it's not too bad for a first run round. So, turn that back off actually. Leave that running there. And we're just going to get into it. Get into this field. I know we said that before, but let's just jump into it. Grab some good shots of FSG working. And we'll get into the lime spreading as well. Get this field taken care of. FSG is almost finished. I think it looks like you must have one more pass to come back and just get this last little piece. We haven't even managed to fill the trailer up, so all of these oats are going to head down into the flour mill. We'll start getting some flour made because that is one of the prerequisites for making some fish food. But yeah, nice to get this first field done. We've almost got it completely limed, so I'm just going to turn this off here. That's why we could have actually kept on going because he'd cleared enough out for us, but we'll let him get out of the way. And then we'll finish this off. There's only pass and a half. Get this finished. And then we can get it cultivated, get it prepped, while we head on over to the next field with the combine. So racing through it. And this is kind of what we wanted to achieve with this series. It's this kind of fast-paced, get things done, make some progress. Rather than being stuck in big fields, just doing the same old for the whole episode. So hopefully it's going to be something you guys will enjoy. Certainly looking forward to it. One of the other things we're actually going to try and do is possibly during the week, if either of us feel like it, might jump on and do a little sort of single player session. So might be getting on and managing the productions. It could be planting a field, just to keep things ticking over as well. So it's a small enough map we can do that on. So yeah, looking forward to carrying on and getting those done. Right, so like FSG's empty, there goes the train. It's the second or third time I've seen it go past. Let FSG sort out that header, we'll finish this off, and then we'll take those oats down and get them started in production. And just to double check everything's looking good, I've just brought the mini map up there as we run through this last pass, just to check that the lime was looking nice and the correct colours, so it looks like it's done a good job down there, which is perfect. Okay, there we go, job done. Right, let's get this all folded up, packed up. FSG is trying to get the header sorted, which he's running over this way. Might need to, I don't know what he's doing. Might need to use the tractor to drag that over. We'll go and have a chat to him, see what the story is.
Good use of the downtime, Args, getting some lime on the field.
Yeah, I figured I'd make myself useful while you were busy combining.
21,000 litres off that field, not bad.
Okay, no, that's not bad. It's just saying I'll run that down and put it in the mill and get some flour started up.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a good idea.
Cool.
I've just hooked the combine up because I think we've got a bit of road running to get to the wheat field, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which will be the next one?
Yeah, we're going to head down and do the one down on the waterfront.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
I think so.
There's that, there's the canola.
Or do we do the canola? Let's
always
do the canola, actually, because that means we've got some oil.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, run across the train tracks and back through that bit of forest and get started on the canola.
Alright, sounds good.
Cool. Alright, I'll meet you over there soon with the trailer.
Yeah, enjoy the scenic drive through town to drop off the oats.
I look forward to it. Right, see you soon.
See you back in a bit. Bye.
Alright, let's get the cover on there. We do have a beacon, so we'll turn that on. Probably actually put some flashes on the back too, just because I don't think we've got a beacon on the tractor actually, do we? Doesn't look like it. And I'm going to have to figure out which way we need to go to get to where we're going. I'm not sure whether it's following FSG. Probably can follow him down past the canola. Probably going to be the most efficient way, but I was thinking we could go out the other way and just go and check out the fish farm on the way. Maybe we'll do that. Alright. Got to admit, this fast track's struggling just a little bit with the weight of this trailer. 21,000 litres of oats. Not a bad little haul off that field. Right, let's go out this way. Changed over from all-wheel steer to just front steering. We're running along the road, we don't need quite the manoeuvrability that we have had in the field. So let's see you down there. It's funny, even though in New Zealand we drive on the left-hand side of the road, I've spent so much time on farming simulator maps which are on the other side of the road. I try and default to driving on the wrong side of the road here in the UK, so I have to remember to force myself to be on this side of the road. Anyhow, just following a tourist bus down here towards the mill. That guy's not going to stop for us. Nope, straight out in the larder. That's a good way to get taken out by a tractor. Good thing we preempted that one. There's our wheat field, and there we saw that a little bit earlier, and down in here, our production. So, the flour mill is the one at the back, if I'm not mistaken. Get ourselves turned in here. Now, anyone who's wondering, we did landscape this area, flattened it all out, and put these down. So, it's a nice cobblestone texture there. Probably think about doing some fencing and things around the edges. Might tidy it up a little bit. Again, that could be something one of us could do when the other's not online. Right. We've also got a forklift down here. It's not something we talked about earlier, so we don't have to run the telehandler down for handling this. And actually, we've got a little truck somewhere too. I didn't actually see where that was. Right, let's see. We can get this tipped in there. There we go. There is our dump trigger. So we will get that up and get our first oats into the production. We'll have to go make sure we do have flour production turned on. So we get that emptied out. Here we go, perfect. Right, let's have a look at the production. Make sure that's all up and running. So there we go, we're in the grain mill. We can make some oat flour now, so we are going to go through and activate that, and we are set to storing, so we'll get some oat flour, or just some standard flour at the end. That is what our output is. Scroll down here, 15 oat in, 15 flour out. So we will leave this running and look forward to getting our first flour for the fish food. As FSG's made his way partly around the field already. That's rather speedy. I'm not sure whether this will yield quite as much as the oats did. Let's wait and see. We'll find out though. Turn in here, Nice big gate we can swing around. We need to change that turning again. Let's see, hopefully that's changed to a slightly tighter turning radius. We got some rear wheel steering going on now. Yeah, there you go, you can see that wheel turning. Right, that should help us make sure we get in here properly. Otherwise we were going to miss the target by quite some miles. Right, bingo. Leave this parked here, wait for FSG to get around, and we'll be able to get into the field. There we go, once around the field. Good job. Hopefully he's going to turn around and go the other way so the header's on the right side of the combine. Does look like exactly what he's going to do. Alright, we'll get ourselves in here so we're in position. Be able to get the first canola unloaded. Not a bad view from up here, is it? It's a beautiful part of the world. There we go. Almost 5,000 litres of canola in the trailer already. In fact, 4,500 exactly. We will race around where FSG's going to go. We'll let him go first. We'll get turned around and go and park this back up by the field entrance. This field's not going to take very long at all. It's even smaller than the last one we did. Alright, go and get this parked up the top here. I'm going to bring the lime spreader over. And if the neighbouring farmers are looking at us like we're mad, right, we're churning through these fields. Hardly finished cutting the canola and we're already in here with the lime. But, like I said before, good way to keep busy and get things done. So, let's just carry on. We're fine with the trailer. FSG will keep filling that up when he needs to. Keep out of his way, he can go. Like he's waiting for me. Off you go, mate. Alright. We'll go past. I did want to back right up into the corner. Make sure we got the lime everywhere. There we go. Alright. Keep going. Should be the combine that's keeping on going. You're too courteous. And just like that, another field is done. Racing through them. And almost lined as well. So I think whatever we're going to end up with here is going to be canola for oil. So actually 10,000 litres of oil wouldn't be too bad. Start off with. We actually have to see how that's going to last us for the year, if that's going to be enough or not. Make us enough fish food. We're still emptying out there, so 10, 11, it's 12. Hard to tell how full the combine is. It's 12,232. Not too bad. Alright, let's go and park this up the top. We might leave FSG to run this down to the oil mill if he'd like. And we'll just finish getting this little bit of lime done. Almost need to push up the hill. Really is underpowered, this tractor, for pulling a loaded trailer. Well mate, that's record time for a couple of fields.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. And a relatively decent crop off them as well.
Yeah, so we've already got the oats down into the flour mill, so that's already underway, and we'll get this canola down there. But let you run it down if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll take it to the oil mill, get it started.
Yeah, and you could probably actually park the trailer down by that wheat field and can run the combine down there ready for next time.
Yeah, that's a good call actually. Yeah, well, it's literally right next to the mill, isn't it?
Just about, yeah. And I'll get this last little couple of passes of lime finished off.
All right, sounds good.
Easy.
Well, I'll see you back at the farm in a bit.
Yeah. I'll if I do the lime, I'll get that combine down there. Maybe meet you down at the field.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, let's do that.
See you in a bit.
All right, see you in a bit, mate.
So this is literally an up and back, so we'll be done this in no time. SG's gonna really struggle to get that tractor. I haven't told him that it's a bit underpowered, but he's just screwing the header up. Yeah, wasn't too happy with how the header was on the trailer originally. Not sure if he'd be too happy with how it's on the trailer right now either, but that's alright. We're gonna run the combine down to the other field, to the wheat field, and he can go and sort out the oil mill. Ourselves separate responsibilities. Right. He's been hooking it up for us. Look at that. What a gentleman. Look at that. We literally ran out of lime as we finished off the last part of the field. So couldn't have timed that any better. Right, we'll just pull this out and park it over here by the... I'll actually just park it over here in the edge of the woods. Let's take that back over to the farm. and we'll go and get the combine. Jump on that and get it down into the wheat field. Now, I've got to admit, I'm not actually sure where the field entrance is for this one. I'm guessing it's going to be to our right. Somewhere. Paid more attention as we drove past earlier. Let's head up this way. Can't see anything down there to the left, so we'll go and see what we can find down this end of the field. Looks like there's a gate just down here opposite the house, so that's going to work out pretty well for us. Now, remember, slide our headers on that side, so we go and park this off on the right hand side. We should be able to get the header all hooked up and into the field. Nice wide gates, which will hopefully make it easy enough to get into. Right, let's just leave that parked there. Hopefully the locals don't mind us leaving it in the driveway. That's well and truly out of the way, isn't it? And good timing, here's FSG, racing in with the fast track.
All prepped and ready for next time, Args.
That's right, yeah. Hopefully the neighbours aren't going to be too annoyed having a combine and tractor parked here for a little bit.
I'm sure they're used to it.
Yeah, it was well off the track. They've got access still. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was good fun. Nice little start, and looking forward to getting some fish, getting into some fish farming.
Definitely. I mean, crikey, to get 2 fields off and into productions already, that's a very positive start.
It is. And I was looking before, planting calendar shows up with some good options for planting crops very soon as well. So might be harvest season before we know it.
I think our challenge will be, we'll have too much crop for production for what we need for the fish potentially to start with. So we'll have to think of other ways of using it or selling it.
I'm sure we can come up with some creative ideas.
I think there's a good bakery in town who might need some flour.
Oh, that's right. They use flour in haggis? But just about everything in haggis, don't they?
Maybe the vegetarian stuff.
All right, mate. Oh, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing where we get to with this.
Yeah, likewise, mate. It's just fun on this map. I love this map.
Yeah, that's visually very, very pretty.
It is.
Good one, mate.
Well, you
All
have
right.
a good week, and
Yeah.
I'll chat to you next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Catch you then.
Cheers, buddy.
All right,
Take care.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
We're going to switch the beacon off. But yeah, there we go. Job done. We don't want to come back next time and find a flat battery. There we go. That's better. Right. As we just said, over the fence here. This one's a little bit bigger, so it's going to take us just a wee bit longer to get harvested. Just looking at the yield. The yield potential in this one's quite good. 125, but we're only seeing it 85. It doesn't have the nitrogen or the pH, so plenty of things to improve and pick up our yield for next time. But there we go. Welcome to Kinley. Welcome to Argsy and FSG's visit up here. And I hope you enjoy this little adventure. So thank you all very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.